Welcome back. Did you know that police departments across the country and even the CIA sometimes turn to psychics to help them solve cases? Victims' families looking for answers also turn to mediums for closure. Fiona Johannson is an author as well as a licensed psychologist and hypnotist. She's also claims to have psychic abilities that have saved lives, and she's perhaps best known for working with people to help find missing people when more conventional means come up short. I recently sat down with her to talk about how this all began and the advice she has for all of us. Okay, so what exactly do you do when you work with law enforcement and you work with the families of missing victims or unsolved crimes? What kind of work do you do with them?
Helping them to find some relief, some closure for family members, and also law enforcement to put all the puzzles together to find the real answer for the families.
How did this all come about? I mean, how did you discover this was actually something you were going to pursue, or that you had some sort of intuition to help people with this kind of work?
I was 7.5 when I found about my abilities. Then I started kind of like to feel something is not correct with me or right with me, because I can feel, sense, and connect with people before even I meet them, before even being in the place that they are, and I can even predict things 2 weeks before things happened. So basically, to me as a child was not really the cool experience, but then after that, after the age of 17, 18, and 19, I thought that's a fantastic thing, because now I can feel and sense anything and everything in my way and my family's way to help. I moved from my country to Stockholm, Sweden when I was a teenager, when I was around the age of 16. So basically it was hard. It was not really easy for me, but what I learned, I do have ability. I am here for some very important purpose. I have to help others.
So, how did this connection with law enforcement first happen? And aren't law enforcement officers initially skeptical about what kind of science is this? How are we going to solve a crime using
Actually,
someone?
they don't.
No?
CIA use psychics. FBI use psychics. They do not really. That's what we think they are. But you have to be real. You have to have some abilities, and you have to feel and sense and locate people, and actually do have some paranormal to trying to help them to locate people. So basically, when I started, I was at the age of 17. I was back in Stockholm. It was actually a very hot summer, and all of a sudden I felt that I have some very hot vision in my face. It sounds like someone trying to be killed, or someone already been killed, and it was already recent. I could feel, I could sense the blood and everything. Then I went to the store, and all of a sudden I see that, yes, that was actually some sort of, homicide and other stuff all over the place. And I kind of remember that I tried to stop the officer and say, stop, don't go there. At that time, I couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak Swedish, and I don't even know how I could explain myself to that officer and hold him. He tried to push me, he says, no, I have to just get out, or get me, or just please let me. But I do remember, I hold him and says, if you go behind this wall, you will have a shot in your head and die right away. And almost 60 seconds after, they found the guy with the gun behind the wall. And if I did not stop the officer, he would be dead in a second. So that was the moment that my career started with law enforcement in Stockholm.
Tell me about this book you're writing with Jack Canfield. We all know him for Chicken Soup for the Soul, and you're working on a project together.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes. The name of the book is Success Strategy. So it's all about success, how to hijack your subconscious mind, how to succeed, and what you can do to achieve better. So basically, when Jack chose me, I was shocked. I was like, wow, it's so fantastic, and I would love to be part of it. I already have a book. I already wrote a book before Jack asked me. It was back 2016, and the name was Recoding Your Brain for the Better Life.
You're also a hypnotist, and
Yes.
you have degrees in psychology. I want to point that out too.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes. But what was a very strong, powerful vision that come to me at that moment when Jack asked me about it, I feel like I knew it, that I will do something with Jack. And I could see 2 months before that I'm sitting in the same room that the last time me and Jack had a conversation with, and he asked, I would love to co-authoring together with you. I can't forget about that moment. I do remember I had tears in my eyes. And I was like, absolutely, I will do my best.
So we have to wrap up quickly, but what are a few tips that anyone can take with them in terms of keeping that negativity that might be around them outside of their
Believe in
internal?
yourself. Be positive. Never live in your past. Past is past. Never live in the future, because future is future. Be in a moment. By being in the moment, you're always happy and connected to yourself. Negative thoughts, negative energies is all it are taught. The way that we are thinking, feeling, and connecting. You can easily remove and reduce them by just change your thought. You can easily hijack your subconscious. Be yourself, hijack your subconscious, be in a moment, let go of your past, and forget about the future.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Johannson, who also goes by the Persian Medium, also works on books, as you heard, guided meditations, and art.